diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Going to sling it on second down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Georgia sends out the punt team, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and look for room. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Zings it complete to the right. Hard running there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the...
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense.
They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Thomas. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Oh, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quick strike complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. There he goes. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
First and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down. First and 10 again.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They'll go to the fullback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Turns it on in midfield. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Duggar. Under fire. Quickly complete. At the 35, he's open. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in their step. Nice throw there.
He'll take a shot. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today. And any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to Auburn. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. Intercepted. That total goes to 16. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Duggar. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
The Tigers will go for it here on 4th down. Snap it to the back. Smashes through the tackle. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the 3rd down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should...
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he makes the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse? There he goes! At the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
Oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Rides the back on the option to give. At the 35, he's got room. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Off play action. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, third and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Complete to the left. Right down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Tigers! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. Man, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw to them and they make big plays for them.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Trying play action. Right down the middle. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. The 20. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
They'll try to power their way ahead. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the...
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Auburn. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. The give to the tailback.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the run.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Ran through the contact. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Pulls and fires complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got his man quickly. Tackle is made at the 48. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Duggar. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same
catch inside the 30 and still running. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is extended a little further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back has it. Find some fresh air. That should be the final play of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking deep. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick, and guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the direct snap, it's Thomas. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
They'll run play action. The throw. Finds his big tight end. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And that's good enough for a first down.
Leaves it with the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun. Give on the inside. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Dogs are on the move. The corners are walked up tight. Motion from the wideout. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
There are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter, but when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the break.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
There he goes. The 20. He's at the touchdown LSU. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. With the catch, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Gonna look downfield again. Got the back over the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Georgia going up tempo.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
Makes the catch, and he'll be brought down. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
Looking to the big tight end. Got a man in the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man on the right. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
He's out of bounds.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 9.
A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Using his legs, it's Harvey. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive, attack, come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. The Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Duggar. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
The play-action fake. And it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Off the RPO, complete. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Using the quick game. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
That's a good example of why location on throws is so important. It's third down, and if the quarterback just puts that in a better spot, his player can catch it and advance it and maybe get the first, but because he killed his receiver's momentum because of the poor throw, the defense was able to rally.
Stewart's on fourth down, still going. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. To the air on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game.
Breaks away on the left. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to win.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Duggar. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense kingdom.
Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this fourth-quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run.
Breaks into the open. Busts through behind his pad. The 20. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
Well, we know this guy's a huge weapon catching the football, and David, he's difficult to bring down. What an athlete with his size and speed.
Dude, it's stupid. You want me to play defense now against all these guys and all this speed and skill all over the yard, and then you got a tight end like this who can not only catch it with his big frame and his big body, but do that after the catch. It's just so hard to play defense nowadays.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score?
Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
This offense isn't calling the Dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. And this one is perfect. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. There's no real good spot on the field for a roughing the kicker penalty, but I'd say putting the offense in the red zone is extra bad. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.